In this video, I'm going to be attempting to bring this church bus back to life with a budget of $100 in bodywork material and $1,400 in vinyl wrap. This is the biggest transformation project that I've ever done, and it took me about 2 weeks to complete it. But first things first, we got to gather up all the tools needed to get the job done.
Probably gonna need body filler, partners on the top, some edge primer, primer filler, some dust mask, also some looping hook for the DA sander, another eraser wheel. Get one of these so I don't choke out from dust. Dust masks were only $3. This is probably my most proud purchase. I got it on discount out the discount bin. So yeah, super old emblem. See if we can heat it up, get it pulled off pretty easy.
So about 20 minutes of actually removing this vinyl off the truck, I realized that I would not be doing any upper body for the rest of this week. My arms were giving out about every 5 minutes and I needed to take a break. Not only that, but my hands were cramping up also. And you're talking about a guy who goes to the gym for an hour and a half, at least 6 times a week.
It's funny too, I actually went ahead and had these shipped to my house because I knew my wrists and fingers were gonna be sore. So just going ahead and getting prepared for the arthritis that's on the way. All right, so based off of doing this, it looks like this is gonna be 2 days of eraser wheeling these old decals off, and then probably another 2 days of sanding, some block sanding to make sure everything's easy.
Today is boring.
Today is boring?
Yeah, it's a boring day. Like I'm doing trying to wipe this thing down so I can put the coating on it. But I'm just like, this is so fucking boring, dude.
Hey, you come help me eraser wheel this, you know?
No. I'm okay with my boring dude. That sounds like I don't want to steal any fun from you.
Oh, yeah, okay. So, battery is dead again. I feel like I probably need 5 charges to get through one side of the bus. So that sucks, but I'm gonna go use my buddy's drill since he's not using it and let this one charge. He has a freaking Craftsman burn the battery out of this thing in like 30 minutes.
Well, it's not just the job. It's not meant to go 100% for...
Got this entire side, grind it down, got all the vinyl and stuff off of it. All we gotta do is get the other side knocked out, and that's what I'm gonna be finishing up today.
Get your rag out, wipe it down. Too easy.
So after deleting the rest of this vinyl, this will be phase 1 finally complete on the bus. Phase 2 is going to be sanding down the bus, addressing some of that surface rust area, getting the edge primer and primer filler in there to take care of that before phase 3, which would be wrapping the bus.
I think we're gonna hit this with some 120 grit. And I just got some water in here just to keep down the, just for dust control. We just want all these nibs off of the bus, man. But that's all for today, man. Thank y'all for coming to my TED Talk. But not for real. So we got this side sanded down. Really, this thing just needs a really good wash, and that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. All right, so we're back in the shop today. Got the bus pulled outside. We actually had it cleaned yesterday. So now I'm gonna get up here towards the top and try to address some of these rust spots. Look at what we got. So yeah, whole lot of surface rust. Probably gonna, off the bat, hit this thing with like 60 grit. Just shave all this junk off. Tools loaded up in my van. Oh, what is this, 80? I'll do 80, that's fine. Instead of trying to sand this, it's better to just scrape it off.
So So after really getting into the back of that truck and seeing how much work was actually needed for it, I decided to go ahead and prep up the sides of the bus. So right here you can see that I'm spraying primer down. So I'm trying to let that primer dry for a second before I start wrapping the side of the bus. So I went ahead and did some more sanding to the back of the bus, but it actually needs way more sanding than I expected. And just for reference, y'all let me know, is this the type of content y'all like? Have y'all came across cars or anything like that that needed bodywork done before you actually was able to wrap the car? Because if so, I'll keep putting out content like this. And if you are one of those people, then go ahead and drop a bodywork in the comment section for me so I can know how many of my followers are going through the same struggles. But as you can see, all the work was actually done in the prep. As for wrapping these buses, they were extremely easy just because the bus is super flat. And wrapping is always going to be my favorite part of it because it feels like you're just already bringing it back to life. You get that new fresh color on there. And then from here, once we get everything laid, we'll slap the decals on. And the amount of satisfaction that you get from a complete job, it's just out of this world.
All right guys, so we're back in today. We did manage to get this whole side done. Still got a little bit more sanding to do on this bus here, especially towards the top right there. Also this bottom little rail right here needs to be sanded out like crazy, and I did manage to get the other side done also. I think I might save this for last just because it's a lot of work. We're just gonna go ahead and get started on this front side because this is gonna be super easy for me to go ahead and knock out real quick. So let's go ahead and get into it, man.
So I went ahead and ended up pulling the bus inside. If you don't know much about wrap, then you should know that if you're working with wrap while you're outside, it tends to get really gooey, kind of hard to work with. You always want your area to be controlled, so you want a working temp of around 70 degrees. And that's why when we hit it with a heat gun, we're normally looking to relax the film so it could form to the body a little bit better. And with the sun constantly hitting on it, it just makes that a little bit harder. And now all my real rappers really know what I'm talking about. If you are a rapper, if you wrapped something before, then go ahead and drop rap in the comments. I want to see it. I want to see how many of y'all are actually out there supporting your boy. But for all the newcomers, that's just a little tip for you whenever you're wrapping a car. It's a lot harder to wrap outside versus how it would be inside in a controlled environment. And to go ahead and give you some more free game, the roller that I was using is from Make Money LLC. I typically like to use it on trailers, but when I'm lazy sometimes, I go ahead and use it on my fenders and anything else I could use so that I don't have to worry about picking it up and rolling it out all weird. But one very important tip to know is with these recess spots, the one on the hood and the one on this fender, you always want to make sure that you're feeding that stuff into the recess spot, and that's going to ensure that it doesn't bubble up and pop out on you. Also, with any panel gaps, you want to make sure that you're cleaning it very well. I typically like to use my squeegee. I put a rag over it and I spray it down with 70% isopropylene alcohol, and that's the best way I found to clean those gaps unless you're fully disassembling it. But if you're not, then you can shove that wrap with the squeegee into those cracks and get it cleaned up with that isopropylene alcohol, and that should get it clean enough so you can get a perfect tack whenever you're wrapping in those areas. Also, make sure that you're pulling your vinyl glass, and that way you don't have to worry about fighting wrinkles. You could just heat your vinyl and it will lay down into the cracks for you without wrinkling up.
Can't even see what I'm doing, but I know that my magnet is on the bolt, and that's all I really need. Catch that bolt and boom. But I want to get this partially threaded off and boom. Now I'm able to take this mirror out myself. All right, now real quick, while I'm installing this door wrap, I just want to go ahead and state that 90% of my followers are not actually following me that's viewing my videos. So if you could help out a small channel, go ahead and give me a follow if you feel like I provided value to you today. And I'll be putting out more videos like this to provide value in the future and give you insight on how to do these things yourself. And if you don't know much about me, then you should know that I started off in my driveway, scaled my way up to having a business like this, and now I'm doing commercial wraps like this along with the regular color changes. So anything's possible if you put your mind to it.
All right, y'all, so we got this door wrapped up, got the mirror back on. And just because I know someone's gonna try to be a hater in the comment about that bolt trick that I showed you, just so you can see, that bolt is in there, so we did get it back in. All of them are in. So the trick does work. I know they do have magnetic sockets, I just like my little magnet tool, just keep it old fashioned. Might get me a magnetic socket set sooner or later, but I haven't got one yet. Tomorrow, I'm gonna get this top part of the cab done, probably the back, and then all that's left is to just go ahead and slap some decals on.
All right, gang, so as you can see, went ahead and got these decals laid on here. I was looking around at the trim and it was yellow and faded, and it really wasn't sitting right with me, so I went ahead and taped everything off. I'm gonna be spraying that with some plastic dip. Sometimes I like to do the trim like that just to bring it back to life and give it like a fresh color, kind of like a reboot instead of having the old faded yellow trim. So that's what we got here. We're gonna tape off work, we're letting it dry. We're gonna put a couple layers, and this is how the old trim looks. Just nasty, like actually disgusting. We're just gonna take that to black, and something like this you can't really wrap and make it stick, so that's where plastic dip comes in.
And now we've finally reached the home stretch of phase 3. The back of this bus gave me the most stress out of anything. It was completely rusted out in most areas, and I had to sand pretty much half of the back of the bus, but got my edge primer laid in there first, was able to sand it down low enough to where I only needed to use primer filler. And then for these edges, I was kind of skeptical about the wrap actually sticking, so we went ahead and put primer around all the edges of the bus. And after I finally got that wrap laid down, went ahead and sprayed all the trim, and now you get to see the final reveal.
All right, guys, and here it is. We finally finished up the church van, got all the vinyl laid, all the bodywork done, decals on, trim, painted, man. And I can't be happier with the way this thing came out. It looks amazing. It took me a lot longer than I thought it was gonna take, but that's what comes with the territory of working with vehicles like this. If y'all know them or y'all know anybody in the congregation that needs other church vans like this restored and brought back to life, just send them my way. I'm gonna do discounts for jobs like that because I'm always gonna take care of my church family, man. But if you like content like this, then go ahead and give me a like, a comment, and subscribe. And I'll be sure to push out more videos like this to keep you guys entertained. So till next time.